I've been in it, but
right
nothing I've been here.
Right back to 17. Right.
The dots.
The Dodd, Samuel, the first Dodd came from Shropshire. But the thing is, this is what makes us laugh. We reckon that they're probably all intermarried, the Thurstons and the Dodds.
Yes.
Because they came from Dimmock too.
You're curing things now, Ray.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
All the Thurstons lived outside of Dimmock at a place called Knight's Green. And then it was only one
Where's Knight's Green?
that's a sort of village or a
through
hamlet
Dimmock.
outside of Dimmock.
Knight's Green
Outside of
goes
Dimmock.
there,
Yeah,
and
it's
Hill
part
Ash
of it.
comes off
And
this
the
way.
Thurstons came from there. And that is a big surprise.
The only
'cause I thought they
Thurston
were
that
all
moved to
Bristolian.
Thornbury was Anselm, not even Anselm. He went to Ost. Was this Anselm Thurston he's got a father called John on his birth certificate,
Yeah.
and we found a John and a Rachel, and the witnesses tie up and everything.
Yeah.
But he was born about 4 years before these two got married, so we think that this John might have got married before, and I can't trace that.
Oh.
And that's what I wanted to trace. But no, the Thurstons came from a place called Knight's Green, and then after this Anselm Thurston moved to Ost, his son John Thurston moved to Thornbury,
Yes.
and then eventually to Bristol. But they actually came from Dimmock.
Really?
And there's Thurstons and Dodds tied up all the way through somehow with witnesses on marriage certificates and things like that.
I'm surprised because at Thurston, there's an uncle lived in Thornbury in Kington House. Did
Yes,
you know
well,
about
he
that?
could have been.
Yes, and then their mother,
Well, see, the Rodways, Auntie
The
Carol
Rodways.
said they were butchers. They weren't butchers at all. He was a
carpenter.
He was a
wheelwright.
tailor. No, that was
Wheelwright.
no. The wheelwrights were the Dodds.
That's
Because
right.
I've been into the
James
wheelwright
Way.
place as well.
Rodway was a tailor, and he
Yeah.
married a tailoress, this Susan Hooper. And Eliza Rodway was their daughter.
So confusing.
Not butchers at all. I mean, and that Winterbourne didn't come into it at all, as far as I can
Well,
see.
no, Winterbourne Common, I thought, and Rodway Common. I thought that all belonged to.
No,
No.
nothing to do with the
Now,
ones.
where else was, what did I
And I mean, it is right because I've gone right back through by getting certificates from, say, me,
yeah.
then Dad, and then his parents, and I've got them all the way through, and it's definitely nothing to do.
And it was like Elizabeth Innes was supposed to come from Ireland. Well,
Well-
we could never find any trace of that.
But we can't find any trace of her.
Well,
being
really,
born.
we
because
don't
of
know what
Kathleen Innes, you see, and
The name was right, but there was Innes's working on farms in the Dimmock area.
oh,
As I said, we're not going to tell my son-in-law that it was the best part that we saw, otherwise because he's Welsh.
oh, he's Welsh, yes.
He always
but,
says it's
What
Welsh.
part of Wales did he come
From
from?
Barry Island. He was born on Barry Island.
Barry Island,
Barry.
oh, that's where I used to go on our Sunday trips, Sunday school trips, yes,
And moved to Australia when he was about 13. But
yes.
still
He left,
considers himself Welsh.
yes.
You know,
Yeah.
Nothing like
He's a
Wales.
fine big chap, isn't he?
He's very
Yeah.
tall,
Very good looking.
very good looking.
Is he a rugby player?
No. He does suffer from having a mother who, his father's Welsh, but his mother is,
English?
no, I've got an idea she was born in Wales, but she was educated in Bristol. But she has a Greek,
That's right, Greek.
Greek
a
one?
I
Greek
couldn't
background somewhere along the line.
Oh.
Not from Greece,
No.
you know, they could have been here hundreds of years, but
Yeah.
her name is Seraphilopoulos.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
Philip
That's
So
right.
that's why he's, I mean, he's not only dark from the Welsh half of the, but from the mother as well.
Yeah.
But she's a very strange lady, so
Oh,
Very strange.
luckily she lives a long way from them in West Australia.
oh yes, yes, it's the best thing.
Now, Alex
from
is
the mother-in-law.
fine, but
Yeah,
They're getting on well, are they? Good.
well,
Oh,
because they're so
yes.
much alike.
Good.
yes.
Because they're both, Kate is, she calls a spade, very outspoken.
Yeah.
She,
She's
well,
Kate.
I'll show you what
Kate.
she's like.
Yes.
Just like Kate.
When-
Okay, yes.
I mean, she
She's
didn't
lovely.
leave, they didn't leave home to live together before they got married because
Yeah.
they're both mean. So
Oh,
he
yeah.
lived with his parents and she lived with us. And I used to say, if she doesn't leave soon, I'm going to leave home. Because she was just, well, Patrick is very quiet. Patrick wouldn't say, and she'd be sitting there and he'd be in the room with us and she'd be in another room and you'd hear her yell, Pat, can you go along to the bathroom and get my nail polish remover? And he'd get up and he'd go along
Oh,
and
for
he'd
every
get it
time.
and do it. Anyway, I didn't say anything, and one day, just as he was getting up, I said, why don't you say no? He said, Mum, it's far easier to go and do it.
Yeah.
And I know exactly what he meant, but you didn't do it.
Yeah, perhaps
Yes, now Dick and Kay were very much like with the other, you know, because when they met they were like that. Because the last time when he came down, he'd had a good quarrel with me one yes, and he disappeared. I didn't, all day I didn't know where he did cheddar. And Kathleen meets him at the gate and said, what the hell are you doing down here? Yeah. He comes back and tells me, yeah, I had a good old laugh.
They were all the same.
Well,
That's terrible.
I heard about this
Oh, you
because
knew?
I was at work there.
Yes,
and
of
I was
course
in
you
the
were in
office.
Bristol.
I didn't know anything about
yeah.
it
Oh,
until I
yes.
got
That's the
Well,
last
he
time.
didn't get past the gate in Cheddar, he just,
He what?
did he get past the gate in Cheddar?
Oh,
or-
No, he didn't.
That
I think
was
she
the
went in.
argument.
Oh, you
I
might
think
as well
he
come
came
in
in.
now, I suppose
Yeah,
she
I
said to
think
him.
yeah.
Oh, yes, and that, you know, it's all, she didn't mean it really.
No, but they just,
But I
Just
think
the
Hubert,
attitude.
your father, was a favourite with her, I can tell.
But he was the baby.
and
Yes.
also I think that the four of them, they were okay when there was two of them together, but I think if you put the four of them together, they
Yes.
just argue.
Surely Uncle Bill was
Because they
very
always
Oh,
thought
Bill,
they were
Bill,
wrong.
she loved
Was he
Bill.
Then it was a
different?
pain in the neck. to
Was
have
he?
it. Oh, yeah, she was lovely, mine, but I used to have me on the lunch in Christmas time on it sometimes.
Yeah.
I know, and he wanted to get away always.
He was very,
He wanted to be
very
alone, like
Yes.
Bravo.
very
Yes.
introverted.
But he wasn't so outspoken as the other
No.
ones.
No, he's
was.
But
too
he
quiet.
really, he was a nice, very nice fellow.
He was so quiet, very
I only
introverted.
remember
I
him from
can't get over his brain though.
I can remember when
really
we
can't.
lived in,
What?
well,
Is
when
that
I say I
Cheddar
can
I think?
remember, Cheddar
You know, and do you look after yourself with the food?
I'm
Oh, he looks
quite a
after
reasonable
himself.
cook.
He does.
Yeah.
That's right.
Quite reasonable.
Ray looks after
I've given up
himself.
making cake.
Yeah.
doesn't matter, goes to that.
Oh, it's amazing. Feel it. They would then, you know, because I had my hair different.
Yeah.
But now, but since I really deteriorated.
Oh, you had,
Yes, I
yeah.
had 87. Oh,
80s.
yes. And I've been in hospital in the hot, well, it wasn't hot, it was very cold actually. The nurses had to wear, you know, cardigans at night time. It was so cold itself, me. Yes, and I didn't have very much food. You know, I couldn't eat it. And I haven't eaten anything today except, oh yes, a piece of toast, yes. A bit of
Oh,
that.
well, we'll get your appetite back.
Anyway, but I do like my food. And I was thinking,
Yes.
you know, this is about a fortnight or 3 weeks ago, and if you came up, you've got a wonderful Indian, not Indian, what, Italian.
Italian.
restaurant,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yes, and we could have all had a good meal there. I'd treated all of you to it, a jolly good meal. Yes, I would, because
Never
I'm...
mind there.
I-
I'll take them to my local pub
Pub
tonight.
Oh,
Where are we
lovely.
going? The Gardener's Arms in Cheddar. Yes. When
You
they last
kept telling me it was
Having
the
cheddar.
Anglers'
I knew
Arms.
it was something like that. I said anglers or fishermen's, but it's gardeners. yeah,
Gardeners.
gardeners.
Nothing to do
The
with
garden.
No.
No, it's called the Gardener's Arms.
Oh, yeah, Gardener's Arms.
We had lovely
oh,
meal
yes.
there, didn't we? It was lovely.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I hope they'll do us proud.
Yeah.
It's changed hands, and
Oh.
I have a spy
Oh, who says it's all right?
who said it,
That's
she
good.
ate there and it's all right.
Mm, right.
Mm.
Yes.
She and her husband.
After sandwiches it won't. We'll think it's wonderful.
And then we're going down to Paynton again on Monday.
Oh, that's okay, yes, after then.
Monday.
Down to
And Ray's
Mandy's.
coming down for a couple of days to stay at the...
Yeah, I'll take them down to
The Red
Paynton.
Cliff.
When I've recovered from this.
Yes.
He only stays at the Red Cliff.
Yes,
We
you
can
take
find
them
you a
back.
really nice
Cheap
hotel.
hotel. We're good at cheap
And then when
hotels.
do you, come on, you two.
Well, no.
When do you go back then? I don't
Monday
know.
week. Monday week.
That's if we
week.
can get back. We keep worrying that they might stop the plane.
Yeah, it'd be all right. A horrible
It's a
thing
bit
to
of a
happen,
worry.
wasn't
Always
it?
stressful,
Yes.
isn't it?
It's a bit of a worry, but I think we'll be fine.
Yes.
So we've only really got another week to go.
Yes.
And we got in touch with our brother.
Yeah. Oh, that's yes. Another thing I want to ask you. You've spoken to him?
Yes,
Yeah,
met him.
If anybody looks like Mum, he does. He looks more like Mum than the other three, the three of us.
He's
got
not very tall, he's very
Oh.
short.
He's we keep thinking. When did Dad meet Mum? We keep saying.
He's the shortest
We
dad.
wouldn't have dared do this. when
And what's
Mum
his
was
name?
around. Tony. Now, that's it. It's Tony. It's not Anthony or Anthony,
Just Tony.
and that's what Mum called him on the birth certificate.
But she
I
had.
got the birth certificate, no father, of course.
No. But he's ever so nice.
He's
really
really
lovely.
quite nice.
And we're glad to.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
we had a
but
lovely day.
Well, because the thing is, he used to come and visit us when we lived in Yatton after the war. He wasn't adopted till 1951.
He was about 11 years old when he was adopted.
But he'd obviously
Because
lived with his
we
family.
went to Yatton a few. Did you go to Yatton at all?
Laurel
When
Bay.
we lived at Rington,
Yes.
I wrote to Sue when she told me.
Yes.
When we lived at Rington, we were living only about
Yeah.
2 miles
He lives
away
on the Rington
from
Road.
where.
And he'd never moved. He was
Yeah.
evacuated to this couple in 1940 or something.
Yes.
You know, he was born in 39, evacuated in 40, and that's the couple that eventually adopted him. And the only, he hasn't said so, and I doubt whether he ever would, but we just, or I'm sort of assuming that maybe he didn't want to come back into the family, because
No.
as I said, it wouldn't be because Dad didn't want him, because Dad took on Maggie.
Yes.
And
He was. Yeah.
what was it Maggie said? She said, well, I'd be the oldest. I said, well, as far as we know. I mean, you know, not having anything against Mum. But I mean,
I remember going to Yatton, and you'd had a party, a birthday party. or
well, he was
something.
probably there. He used to
No,
come
Maggie
over
was
for
there.
the
Did
parties.
Marguerite, as I knew
Yes,
her
well, she
as.
is. Well, we,
She was
she doesn't
there.
like being called Maggie. We're
She's
the only
still
two
called
that call her
Margaret.
that.
But I didn't know who she was then. I
No.
never knew.
Right.
And I assumed that she was a cousin, something.
Yeah.
Yes, of your
See,
mother's.
she's 60, 65, 66.
65. She was
Is
born
she
in
really?
1935.
Very quiet manner she had, I remember.
Yes,
She was with you,
yes.
playing with you, I remember
Yeah.
the girls, and you'd had a party. And I remember your father took us in, he said, come and see this, he said, into your larder, and he had a saddle of lamb.
Oh,
Yes, it's a whole saddle of lamb he had. Dick said after, I'd like a few chops up there.
Oh, with rationing. I
Yes.
was living in the country.
Yes, oh, that's yes. You knew a farmer or something,
Oh,
of course.
right.
Yes, he was very popular. Peter preferred him to his father. I think. Yeah, and that's what I did. Well, I
It's the
didn't.
best way if you
the only
can.
way.
That's right. Was he Kate?
Oh, but
Yes.
the doctor scared me so.
Well, my sister in London, she had Betty. She has bronchitis every year,
Oh, right.
and she smokes like
Yeah.
this.
Yes, yeah. That doesn't
Cannot
help
give
at
it
all.
up.
No. Kate,
Yeah.
my, my daughter Kate smokes about 30 a day, I'd say.
Yeah.
Mm.
She's still not giving
She's
it up.
tried to give it up, and she's tried the patches and the
Mm.
chewing gum and everything else, and then and of course, when she does give it up, she gets really ratty, you know.
Yes,
Thinks to herself,
yes.
oh, I wish she'd have a cigarette just to calm her nerves down. But of course, he smokes as well. Alex smokes.
Oh.
And then she turns around and says, when I'm pregnant, I'll give it up. And I say, that's the worst time, because you'll be that, you
Too
know,
late,
the
then, you're
hormones
back.
will be all over the place, and
Yeah.
you'll be wanting a cigarette.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's just this thing that can't happen to you.
Mm.
Oh, no, I smoked for a long time.
Werner is 91. Wait, Peter told you, did he?
Uh,
What would you guess? 91.
well,
And he's going strong.
This is
He
your
said to me on the phone the other night,
brother-in-law.
he still speaks with an accent and slow. He said, you know, he was glad I'm out of hospital. He said, do you know, Mary, he said, do you think it is because of your weight?
he would be like
Yeah,
that.
yes,
He's
is
very
because of your
frank.
weight.
Is he
Yes.
skinny?
I said,
Nothing
well,
of you.
Well,
I
I
said, the
remember
scrawny
Tom
people,
I
there's
was
a
going
woman
to say,
next
I hate them. They really annoy me.
There's a
Thin
woman
people
next
that
to me.
I put weight on.
There was a
Doctor
woman
for
next
that
to me in the
reason.
hospital, Edna her name was. The ugliest body I'd seen.
I know.
Oh, the veins and
Skin
the,
and bone.
Skinny.
oh, and I said to the nurse, I said, oh my God, oh, she'll do far better. She said, nice
Yeah.
and plump.
True.
Well, it
Yes.
is. It's when you're
Because
plump, you
you-
don't have wrinkles. That's what I
If
would
you
say.
remember it, Mary, and obviously,
Yeah.
well, next time you speak to you
Werner.
call him, I want to say Werner because you
Because
pronounce
that's
the
the
W
right
with a V.
pronunciation
Yeah.
anyway. Yes.
But do remember
Oh, I
me to
will.
him.
Yes,
And
and
to
Betty.
Betty,
Yes, because she asked about you, see.
Does she
Yeah, well,
really?
yes, when they came down for the funeral for Dick, you
Oh,
see.
of course,
We're
yes.
only a handful, and my sister Marjorie, you know, she's very, very dress conscious. And I don't know whether you saw her in there. She's Oh, she's 85, but she has a husband who's very ill, Ron. Well, he walks about, but he's not very well. And she came all dressed up to the funeral, I remember, the hat and she'd wear all the people. She said, oh, I said, they never, you know, as Dick said, I don't suppose a bugger will come to my funeral, he said. Because nobody liked him round because he quarrelled with everybody. He quarrelled, he never spoke to this man for years, and he still did. No, he didn't smoke, but he did speak to Sibright next door. He was a man on the docks down there. He was a marine manager down there, and they were Welsh. But oh, it's quarrelled because people used to tell me. A woman said to me, she said, do you live there? I said, yeah. Is that man your husband? Oh my God, she said. Well, you were...
At least you got plenty of sympathy.
Oh, and of course they were all... If they saw a car cross our drive, they used to be in the window watching now. I used to see it as well, because they loved it. It was, they knew
Right. Oh, because
out he'd go,
Yeah.
Dick.
Yeah.
Go for my drive, please.
Yes, yes.
Please. And, oh, I'm only going to the main, the woman would say. I want to... Right. But if she'd let her go across the road, but he'd go after her and she'd come tottering on her heels. Oh, you rude man. Just leave me alone. Oh, no. Oh.
2 years ago,
Yes.
she was alive. She was 92 or 3,
That's
I
right.
think.
Is it?
Because I came up.
Yes.
I don't know. She was in a nursing home at
That's what happened to her.
at Stoke. Oh, what's it called? Druid Stoke.
Oh, that's a special one.
The
It's a lovely
nursing
one.
home. It used to be the
The school.
ex-Ivy school.
Yes,
That's right.
yes.
Well, she was there.
Oh, and that's a lovely place.
And last year, I think it was the first time,
Yeah.
I didn't get a Christmas card.
Oh, well, then you knew. Yeah.
So I don't really know, because I was in touch with Anne,
Yeah, oh,
her
the daughter. Yes.
who moved down to Devon, Diptford.
Yeah.
You know Diptford? It's it's off the main road. Oh crikey, near the Dartmoor turn. Oh, it was a long time ago, isn't it? Never mind.
Yes.
Anyway,
Nothing anything about England.
But
So
she stopped sending me a card. I don't know whether I offended her or
Well,
not.
you see your man as well.
I used to have a card because,
Yes.
of course, when Kay was alive,
They
we
always-
naturally kept in touch.
That's right.
And I tried to keep these things going when I was left. But she stopped about 3 or 4 years ago sending a card. But I still got one from Peggy from Druid Stoke.
That's where she was. Oh, good gracious.
And, but last year, no. And so, having lost touch with Anne, or
Yes.
Anne having decided that she didn't want to
Yeah.
keep in touch
So
with
you
me,
think?
I just don't know.
Don't know.
But she could very well
Or be dead
be
by
dead.
now. Because I used to come with a trolley. Now this has been, well, Dick was alive the last few years. We used to see the trolley going to the butcher's. But isn't it funny, I never got to speak to her. And Dick said to me, well, why don't you have? I said, I just didn't like to. I don't know why. He wasn't very well, and I didn't want to encourage anybody here, you know. So that's how it happened. But she was Dick, but she was
She must be nice.
Kathleen's best friend, wasn't she? Auntie Kay's
right.
best friend.
They were they
School together.
at school together.
Together,
Not,
yes. She was in the bank, wasn't she?
That's right.
Mm.
At typing school.
Yes.
But I said 95. No, she must be 97.
Oh, sure.
If she's alive,
Well, she-
97
yes.
or 8.
Yeah. Older than Dick, I know that, because,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, Kay was
86.
85
Oh,
when
80
she died,
when she died.
and that was 90.
Mm-hmm.
So
She was
Kay-
born in 1906, wasn't she?
She was
So she'd be
1905.
1905.
Yes, she was older than Dick, a year or
Yeah.
so.
1905.
So 4 years, she'd be 96.
Elizabeth Innes, on the marriage certificate, it's got that she came from Hill Ash.
From where?
Hill Ash.
Hill Ash.
Now, Hill Ash is a little hamlet. Well, it's not even that, is it? It's a big house outside of Dimmock.
It's a
But she
very
was-
big house.
It's an enormous house, which is now a lovely nursing home.
Oh.
Overlooking everything. It's got Hill Ash Nursing Home. That's the only hill ash we could see. So I mean, when I say she came from there, she probably cleaned the outside
Yes.
loo there, you know.
Or they could be, because he's kind of snob, really.
Going on what everybody
We're
else
more
was,
realistic.
you know, they were all, well, I mean,
Yeah.
being wheelwrights and carpenters is nothing in those days. I
That's
mean, it was
right,
an
that was a
apprenticeship
good
and
trade.
Oh,
They
yes.
could all read and write, all of the
Extremely
dance.
skilled
Yeah.
occupation.
Yes, but Elizabeth Innes couldn't.
Did
Did
she
I-
make her? No, it wasn't Elizabeth Innes. One of them, that was on Mum's side, maybe.
No,
that.
one of them I looked up yesterday, couldn't, Jessima Perkins,
Yeah.
couldn't read and write.
Yeah,
but,
Elizabeth Innes.
Elizabeth Innes could. See, so they could all read and write even in the
Yeah.
mid-1860s.
Yes.
So they must have all been reasonably well educated even then.
Yes.
But as I say, she came from Hill Ash and we presumed that that was the address. It could have been the farm at Hill Ash or
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of Inneses that were agricultural labourers.
Mm.
Whether they were any relation, we don't know, but that's what keeps cropping up.
Just a common name.
We wandered round this Stanley farm, and yes, and the window was open. We were looking in into a big kitchen, but somebody came and told us there's a young person lives there now, and she works in Ledbury in the bank, and she must have had the farm to herself. It was, it wasn't a farm
It
anymore.
was just a house.
But it was a big dilapidated old farm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, and
No, it's interesting what
No,
you
we
find
never
out.
got that.
Isn't it?
That's the thing, so because the Thurston, his name was Anselm, A-N-S-E-L-M.
Anselm, oh good Lord.
They're great.
That's an
Must
old
have been-
name.
It's an ancient
Yes,
name,
that's
isn't
right.
it?
But it either comes through as Anselm,
And Obadiah.
Anselm.
No, Anselm is the way it's spelt, but you say it Anselm.
Oh,
Well, you do if you're a
That's how
Catholic.
you pronounce it,
If you're a
Anselm.
Catholic.
Oh,
Well,
I was going to say, I know it's a saint.
Brother Anselm. Tony had one that taught him maths.
Oh.
So
Right.
it was spelt the same way. So it could be Anselm or Anselm.
yeah.
But and when this name turned up, I said to Jen, "Well, this should be easy. You know, how many people called that are there going to be?" And
Yeah.
there aren't many. There's about 12 in the whole of the
Mm.
first decim marriages for the
Yeah.
going right back to about 900 and something.
Mm. Now, you've been to the Thornbridge. Did you go to that? You
No,
didn't go.
and
Where the big thing there, and a lot of children, all the names. I'm trying to remember some lovely names.
Oh,
the Thurstons,
Yes.
yeah.
And that, there's the Thornbridge. Did you ever go to the Thornbridge church and see?
I've been there, yes.
Been it?
Mm.
I've been there. Oh yes. And anyway, there's Thornbridge church, but there's a across the road. Then in there's a huge cottage. It's a long, long cottage, and that's where Thurston and
One of them lived
The
there.
aunt.
yes, when I
yes,
went
you-
to see him,
Yes, that's
and he was
right.
sat in the corner.
John
he was
Thurston.
a lovely man.
It
He
was
had
a John
43.
Thurston.
Yes, but he was ill, and he died soon after.
Yeah.
But that cottage now has been made into a great big place. It's been
Yeah.
altered. But there's a huge, big tree. Dick said he remembers that tree so well.
Yeah, that was an uncle or
And
something.
we saw the
wasn't
aunt,
it?
yes, and there was something to do in the church, you know.
Yeah.
One was a verger or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the
Yeah.
cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we met an old family out at lunch one Sunday. There's trumpets.
It's Margaret.
In his last, no, that's Margaret's
not
little brother.
Margaret's little-
Yes, Robert. He died. You remember that, don't you? Robert? Did you?
I can't. I'm
no.
not- Yes, I believe so. Oh, it's so long ago, isn't it?
Yes, it is long ago.
Hmm?
Yes, how long has Robbie been dead, Peter?
I think about mid to late 70s. I'm not 100% sure of that.
He was in his last year at Sheffield University and
Oh,
started
that's
to
the
walk the wards at the hospitals, going to be a doctor,
Mm.
and leukemia.
Oh.
My sister, she thought she would, I never thought she'd ever get over it.
It would be a dreadful thing to happen to anyone. Oh, there you are, look.
Yes, the hair.
That's the ones we've got. You really haven't changed at all.
No.
Bit less hair.
No, no.
Sorry. Okay.
That's right. Okay, come on round.
I thought you were going to put the Westby Church on.
Yeah, we
We
saw
did,
it.
we saw it.
Thornby Church. I've shown it.
You saw, did you see me speaking as
Yeah.
well?
Yes.
Yes.
You can see it again. You can see it again if
Long upstairs.
it's only on for a minute or 2 minutes at most. So
Yeah. So,
you can see it again if you want, Mama. And
I left my camera outside.
Can I go again? I'll take a picture of Peter taking a picture of us.
I've got my camera.
Yeah, you can.
Shall I come with you? Or,
Yes, please, yes.
or
Oh yes, you want to undo the thing, don't you?
Is it still saying pause? Have you got pause in the middle of the screen?
No, I think I was recording then, but that's all
doesn't
right.
matter. Leave it go and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's recording now. I was saying, because I'm not on the, all the tape I've been
Oh, I
doing.
see.
But,
That's right. Oh, there's a camera.
Yeah, it is
Cam-
recording.
Cam,
Mm.
cam,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it's
It's just got a-
wonderful.
My God.